In this video, we're going to take a look at how to complete the full Ice Staff quest solo on the tomb, and I'm going to share some tips along the way, which is going to make this much easier. Before we can actually start the quest, we need to wait until round 8 when the first EMP Mimic will spawn. He'll drop the monocle when we kill him, which in part will allow us to activate both ritual sites where we'll get the staff and head pieces. To make doing these rituals much easier, what I usually do is stay in spawn until the end of round 7 and upgrade the rarity of my gun when I can. I keep a zombie alive at the end of the round and then head down the right hand side of the map, grabbing Deadshot Daiquiri on my way through. Using a Molotov, I light up all of the pots within the ossuary to get a free random perk, then continue my way through and open up the Dark Aether. Within the Dark Aether, I complete the Asteroid Easter egg to get a free Pack-a-Punch crystal and Cryo Freeze ammo mod. If I have enough essence, I'll also grab Juggernog. Then I'll kill the remaining zombies to flip to round 8 when that EMP Mimic will spawn so I can collect the monocle from him. By this stage, I feel like I'm set up enough to then complete the rituals, but if you wanted to, you could progress through a few more rounds to get Pack-a-Punch 2 and the free Epic tool from freezing the waterfalls with your Cryo Freeze gun. Once you're ready, you can head to either of the ritual locations. It doesn't matter which order you do these in. One of the ritual sites is within the tomb's location, which is the area to the left of spawn. You need to shoot out the Dark Aether crystal so that it shows up closest to this mural of a bull on the wall. The other location is in the Neolithic catacombs, which is the area to the right of spawn. Again, you need to shoot out the Dark Aether lantern so it shows up in position closest to this other mural on the wall. Once these Roman numeral symbols show up, you then need to shoot them in order from lowest to highest to start the ritual itself. I'll put a graphic on screen right now which will show you the order you need to shoot them in. One of the ritual sites will have 8 symbols, the other will have 10. Once activated, you'll need to kill a few different phases of zombies. These should be easy enough to take out as long as you get set up properly beforehand. So complete the ritual for both the tombs and catacombs locations in any order that you want to, and collect both of the staff and head pieces, then head to the Dark Aether. Now what we need to do is place both pieces into the altar in the middle of the Dark Aether and protect them for 1 minute. This can be pretty hectic if you stay near this because it does spawn a lot of zombies and parasites, but there's a really easy way to get this done. So make sure to have the energy mine field upgrade selected and equip the turret and extra charge augment. Then once you place the staff parts and the protection phase begins, you can just place down 2 energy mine turrets in front of it and then run down to the red portal. Some of the zombies will follow you down to the portal, which you can easily take out, and the turrets will kill any of the zombies or parasites which try to attack the staff itself. They may do a small amount of damage to the staff, but not enough to worry about. Doing this makes this step an absolute cakewalk. Once you have the staff, you can then begin the upgrade quest. First, we need to shoot 3 of these Dark Aether lanterns within 10 seconds while using the staff, which is not as hard as it sounds if you're prepared. Ideally, you want to have the Stamina up perk so that you run faster, and also the PhD perk with the PhD slider and Tribologist augments, which again will allow you to move faster. If you need to shoot out the lanterns to get them in positions closer to each other, then do that. I usually use the catacombs, the ossuary and the subterranean temple areas to position them close together, and then make use of those perks to get from one to the other to shoot the lanterns. If you don't shoot them with the staff within 10 seconds, you'll just need to use your regular gun to destroy the lanterns and get them repositioned, but once you do it right, you'll then hear an audio quote from Archibald. Once you hear that quote, you'll then need to head back into the Dark Aether, and within the sky, you're going to find 3 different asteroids that will have symbols on them that are glowing bright purple. You need to shoot these with your ice staff. You'll know you've shot them correctly because you'll actually get a hit marker and the asteroids themselves will drop down. You need to remember which symbols are on each of these asteroids. To make this easier for myself, I've given them little nicknames, like this symbol is pizza, this one is bow tie, this one is key, and this one kind of looks like a bird. So you could do something similar to help you remember which is which. After shooting down all 3, one of the portals to the Dark Aether will lock down, and you need to head to the other side of the portal entrance in order to shoot the symbols that are on the asteroids. Now if you shoot the 3 correct symbols, the portal will reopen and you'll actually see those symbols on the ground in front of it, so you'll know that you've done it right. If you shoot the wrong ones and then try to go through the portal, you'll actually drop to your death unless you have stamina up with the free faller augment equipped. So if you don't see the symbols, do not enter through the portal. You want to progress through to the next round, and then a different door will be locked down and you can attempt to shoot the 3 correct symbols again. When you do see the symbols on the ground, you can then use the portal and you'll be spawned above the altar in the middle of the Dark Aether, and you want to interact with this purple orb here quite quickly. This will start a sort of soul box type step. If you're in a co-op game, all players need to be within the Dark Aether when you activate it, or this step will fail. But if you're solo, that's not going to matter. Once activated, this orb will track around the Dark Aether, and you need to quite quickly kill all of the zombies around it in order to feed it souls and keep it moving. If you don't do this fast enough, the step will fail. If that does happen, you'll just need to progress to the next round. One of those portal doors will be locked off again, and you'll just need to shoot the symbols and reactivate the orb. So the orb is going to track the same path each time that you do this, and it will spawn zombies in the exact same locations. So what I find easiest to do during this is to keep in front of the orb at all times and shoot back at the zombies that it's spawning. As you head past the yellow portal, it can be a useful time to restock on ammo as well. The finishing point for the orb is back at the altar, and as it gets quite close to this, an amalgam will spawn, so it could be worth placing another energy mine turret here before starting this, or if you get to this upgrade step quick enough, the turrets from the staff protection step may still be here, which will come in clutch. Once the orb fully makes its way back to the altar, you'll then be able to interact with it while holding the ice staff to then upgrade it. Even though this guide is more for solo players, it is worth mentioning that if you're playing co-op and one of your teams has a staff as well, in order for them to upgrade it, you simply just need to then get kills with the staff's frost blast in front of the altar, and once it lights back up, your teammate can then interact with it to upgrade their one. I hope that you've found this video valuable and there's some good tips there that make life a lot easier for you while you're trying to do this. If you have some strategies of your own or you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. You look after yourself and take it easy.